Hi, I'm Daniel, and I'm once again making a video about the Aloud house. I previously made a video on why Johan is the best Aloud family member. I did not fail yesterday my full ranking of the Aloud family. Now it's time to discuss the worst. Lola, who is the annoying and highly stereotypical character. Like in that video, I will structure it by going through all your episodes, judging by the list on the Aloud house wiki. I will use that to determine what counts. I don't have to remove 2 episodes like I did then. We'll talk about her character problems after, and because of how many Yoru episodes there are, this will likely be a young video. To start off, Sound of Science episode I forgot how bad it was. Knew it wasn't good, but it got overshadowed by worse episodes like No Such Yuck, which executes the message work, but this episode's message is still bad. You should deserve privacy, but both episodes blend Yinkin in the wrong for wanting it. Ending is also very predictable. Of course they are all planning something, and we get the point of Yoyo doing things to sis to upset her. I am still unsure to what level those stories are true or false considering her character. Undie Pressure actually used to be one of the best episodes for this rewatch, and there's still lots great about it. How early the episode is, this helps introduce the cast, and it's entertaining to see everyone fail one by one, especially when 4 used consecutively. Lola is a villain here again, and she isn't the problem. My problem is the season 1 only thing of yanking his underwear, and how he shouldn't be able to be in the living room with just his underwear. There is a big difference between that and something like saying like too much speaking to your boyfriend and doing a British accent. Another thing, what happened to you in his British accent? It could be because of Mick Swagger, but why wasn't her thing singing or something more tied to her personality? Toads and Tiaras is more of a yarn episode, and Yanking will of course will have a big role, it's season 1. I don't mind Yori here, the problem is that this is a bad idea sending Yarn to a pageant. It's a generic plot and I don't like logical problems putting something down. I can't buy that Yana won, but that might be because I hate the idea of beauty pageants, especially for 6-year-olds. Add that to the reason why I don't make Yori because our main interest is pageant stuff. Tatia's Tale's a pretty weak episode. It somehow used to be in the top 5 worst, and I can't understand how I thought that being worse than your other episodes. I said I still liked the episode for not being interesting. I liked the choice to keep Yoda the secret, and the Tatia is clever. But practically everything else isn't good. Patching things up doesn't like Yoya, but the bigger problem is the repetition of storytelling. We have the task that Yana is good at and then things Yoyo is good at, but she is more annoying about it. This is a weak episode, and I think one of the reasons Yori has so much episodes is she is often paired up with Yana in episodes. None of the others are paired up to the same amount. Maybe Yori and Yenny, but not anymore now that Yori moved away. Out of the picture has a very mild Yori part, but she's the main Yao sister in the episode, so I'm counting it. But I will mainly talk about the Yori part because this video is about her. She wants a better picture in the yearbook and gets Yinka and Kai to add it with them being yearbook staff. While Kai comforts the gym teacher about his life dreams, Yinkin makes the choice to do Yoya instead of his. Risking being forgotten. I really like that moment for Yinkin, and then still being on the yearbook doesn't feel like a cop-out ending. This was a good episode of the Aloud House. Going on to season 3 now with Read the Aloud. How does Yoya not know how to read growing up in a family like that? And being in school sometimes. And how do our parents not know that? Do you not care to make sure all the children know how to read? There's probably one scene from a previous episode where Yoyo reads, but continuity isn't a problem here. Everyone in the family needs to read to be able to compete, which is a dumb rule relying on the whole family. It is also unfair because of course big families have an advantage by over 150 books. In the 2 hours, Yinkin could help Yoyo read a small book, but Yoyo had an animal sounds book. Is Yinkin the only one who helps Yoya? I don't like my episodes treat the unimportant family members as one character. The more I write or read it out, the more I start to dislike this episode. No place like Homeschool is about Yoya having part-time homeschool during pageant time, and other Yalds decide to homeschool too. I don't really understand how you can manage to convince their parents about this. They don't actually try yearning for the week, but then they find out about the test. They end up having to ask Yoya for help, even some of the ones who are way older than her. And despite what this video is about, I actually feel sorry for her, and she shouldn't have helped them. This is even worse example of making all 10 of the other siblings all irresponsible. In a mediocre episode. Down and out, finally a good episode that properly focuses on Yoya. This pairs up with Yori, who is the 3rd worst Yao sister too. Yoya goes to a bigger non-local pageant, and here she has more of a character arc than most of her episodes. She feels she can't give up to the other pageant girl, so she fakes being sick. Yuri ends up being overly helpful, which I won't quite say is out of character, but it isn't how she normally acts. Yoya ends up competing, and while she doesn't win, that's okay, and a great ending. Also, I like Yinkin's role here, cutting back on notes about pageant stuff without mentioning anything else about the episode. Detail act is very simple, so I'll just glance over it. Yoya steals Yusi's doll and it haunts her, supposedly. Also, no need to care about this, but spoilers, Yano's bringing it back to her, and while it is a cop-out ending, I find it funny. Especially with Yin questioning it. Aside from that, the episode is beyond but on the upper half of Yoyo episodes. The movie Disservice is somewhat better than most of these, but it's a worse friend offer. The episode is better for making the friend character the extroverted one, because Darcy is a memorable character, while the one in this episode isn't really. This is still partly wholesome execution, but nothing special. This direct features Yoyo and Yana switching places, causing bad things to happen, with them swapping during doctors and dentist appointments. It seems unlikely Yoyo gets sick and Yana gets a toothache the day after. Yoyo getting a cold after a doctor's appointment wouldn't even be the doctor's fault, but their parents were about to complain about it. This episode takes Marvel over story, when it isn't going to be that relatable, I doubt most people will be able to spot pace with someone in the first place. Star is strong that about Yoya ended up a successful child star, making Yoya jealous. This is a good episode, nothing special, but I like how Yoya's character is presented in season 4 and 5. I feel no need to elaborate about this episode because this video is long enough. Now most recent season 5 with 3 more to go. Strife of the party. Yana tries to plan the joint 7th birthday party but Yoya ruins it. Normally I'd be against Yoya, but to be fair, the party are their food, can't compromise in main, or they have separate parties. Why aren't the parents involved? Do you not care? That cowboy joke was funny, but it causes attention to them in this episode. Also, what happened to the whole surprise party thing shown in No Spoilers? Next. Diamonds Are For Never is quite good, but it's only because Mr. Grouse is great. He's one of the best side characters who carries most of his appearances. I think a lot more could have been done with this duo pairing, but that might just be a comparison to Good Sport, which is a much better episode, and Yin is second worst. Fam Scam shows Yoya meeting a cool pageant girl and lying about her family being Kai's family. It is a Yaya reveal that's frustrating to watch, especially when it's done at least once in every couple of episodes. This is the main problem with season 5, and worse because I don't care about the stakes. It is still somehow annoying to watch. I'm done with episodes, so now to discuss her character. I thought before I dislike her because she's unlikable and antagonize other characters constantly, especially her own family. Now begin to realise that is not the main reason. This is because I can't like mean characters for adding interest to media. Jacob Pickles from Rugrats is similar to Yoya, but much better how she overpowers the babies in that show, being a foil to Tommy. Yoya, on the other hand, isn't interesting. The gimmick of being a child beauty pageant girl who's actually cruel gets old quick, and instead of establishing her in more ways, her first episode had her being an antagonist to Yinkin. She has more episodes than most of the sisters, but somehow has slower development. Can't say to the same level like the others that she's way more to a stereotype. For her episode with her as the actual main character, Gao and Out is the only one to properly challenge her, with the rest being weak to just bad. Here's my ranking of the episode I just talked about. I don't think much are good, and the worst one episode would be in the middle of this ranking, while the best Yoya episode would be in the middle of that ranking. In conclusion, this is just my opinion I don't have to agree with. Looking at all the fans, it seems that both my opinions are unpopular. I can feel overly negative to this show sometimes. It's good, but out of the stuff to review, the bad episodes stand out more. The worst episodes like Boy and the Family, The Greenhouse, Kings of the Corn, and of course No Such Up have been talked about a lot, but there is something to talk about with them episodes. Looking at Yard House reviews mainly for the movie, it's either extremely negative or extremely positive, when I think it's more mixed than that. The franchise is expanding with a Yard House Christmas, Yard House Christmas special. I expect it to be bad, and it wasn't awful. The sets are very detailed and accurate, but it looks uncanny how it's so close yet different to what I'm used to. Also, most actors look similar. Why is Bobby white? I was also wrong about where I thought this would be in the timeline. Because the specialist set up something like season 1, but Yuri has moved away, so it is season 1 storytelling tackling a season 5 story. Special tries to force in 2 main characters with very weak writing. Sharkdale thing is done. I stopped watching the last 10 minutes and following the ending. I don't normally do that, but it isn't canon. I couldn't be bothered finishing this over doing anything else. That was my brief thoughts on the special. I hope it's the only live action Yalha special, but deep down I know that won't be true. I'm wondering whether I should do more character videos, preferably in story of different shows so I can look at their character throughout all their events. Also, Happy New Year soon, since it's my last 2021 video. A lot happened this year for Productions, but more on that my 2-year anniversary video in February. The end.